Welcome back to the channel, where we're all about living our best lives, staying sharp, and feeling fantastic, no matter how many years we've got under our belts. Today, we're diving into something that hits close to home for so many of us: how to protect our brains from Alzheimer's disease as we get older. If you've ever blanked on someone's name, misplaced your keys, or felt like your memory isn't as quick as it used to be, you're not alone. Those moments can feel scary, right? But here's the awesome news. What you eat can make a huge difference in keeping your brain healthy and reducing your risk of Alzheimer's. Yep, your kitchen could be your secret weapon. Stick with me, because I'm going to walk you through the best foods to eat to keep your mind sharp, the science behind why they work, and super easy ways to make these foods part of your life. This isn't just about dodging Alzheimer's. It's about staying vibrant, independent, and ready to make more unforgettable memories with your family and friends. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical plan to nourish your brain and feel empowered. So grab a cup of tea, or maybe some green tea, hint, hint, get comfy, and let's get started. Oh, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone you love. Let's spread the word and help everyone stay sharp. Let's kick things off with the big picture. Alzheimer's disease is one of those things that can feel like a dark cloud as we age. It's a type of dementia that messes with your memory, thinking, and behavior, and it can make even simple daily tasks feel overwhelming. According to the Alzheimer's Association, over 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's right now, and that number could double by 2050. That's a lot of people, and it's not just the person with the disease who feels the impact. It's their families, friends, and entire communities. Maybe you've seen it up close. A parent or grandparent who starts forgetting things. Or maybe you've noticed small memory slips in yourself and thought, is this just aging, or is it something more? Here's the deal. Some memory changes are totally normal as we age, but Alzheimer's is a different story. The great news? You're not powerless. While there's no surefire way to prevent Alzheimer's, research shows that lifestyle choices, like what you put on your plate, can dramatically lower your risk. Scientists have found that certain foods can protect your brain cells, reduce inflammation, and keep your memory sharp. And the best part? These foods are tasty, easy to find, and don't require you to turn your life upside down. Why does food make such a big difference? Think of your brain as the command center of your body. It's working hard 24/7, and it needs the right fuel to keep going. It's like a high-performance car. Give it cheap gas, and it'll sputter. Give it premium fuel, and it'll run like a dream. The foods we're going to talk about today are that premium fuel. They're packed with nutrients that shield your brain from damage, improve blood flow, and keep your neurons firing on all cylinders. Plus, eating this way isn't just good for your brain. It's awesome for your heart, your energy levels, and your overall mood. Who doesn't want to feel more alive and vibrant? Before we get to the foods, let's quickly touch on what's happening in your brain with Alzheimer's. Don't worry, I'll keep it simple. No science overload here. Alzheimer's happens when brain cells start to die off, and two culprits are usually at play: plaques and tangles. Plaques are sticky clumps of a protein called beta amyloid that build up between brain cells, kind of like gunk clogging up the works. Tangles are twisted fibers of another protein called tau that mess things up inside the cells. Together, these troublemakers block communication between brain cells, leading to memory loss, confusion, and other symptoms. Here's where diet comes in like a superhero. Scientists have discovered that certain nutrients can help stop these plaques and tangles from forming, or at least slow them down. For example, antioxidants like vitamin C and E can protect your brain cells from damage caused by free radicals, which are like tiny wrecking balls in your body. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish, can reduce inflammation, a major driver of Alzheimer's. And compounds called flavonoids, found in things like berries, can actually improve memory and slow cognitive decline. One of the most exciting pieces of research is about the MIND diet, which is like a cheat code for brain health. The MIND diet is a mashup of the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, which is great for your heart. A 2015 study published in Alzheimer's and Dementia found that people who followed the MIND diet closely had a 53% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's. Even those who followed it just moderately saw a 35% lower risk. That's huge. The Mind diet focuses on foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, fish, and olive oil, all stuff we're going to dive into today. Why does this matter to you? Because it means you have some serious control. You don't need a magic pill or a fancy doctor's visit. By making smart, intentional choices about what you eat, you can give your brain a fighting chance. And let's be honest, eating well feels good. It's not about giving up the foods you love. It's about adding in stuff that makes you feel energized, focused, and ready to take on the day. Now let's get to the fun part. The foods that can help keep Alzheimer's at bay and your brain firing on all cylinders. I'm going to walk you through each food type one by one, explain why it's a brain-boosting superstar, and share easy ways to work it into your life. Let's do this. Leafy greens, your brain's best friend. First up, we've got leafy greens, and if there's one food group you should be piling on your plate, it's this one. We're talking spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and even good old romaine lettuce. These greens are loaded with nutrients like vitamin K, folate, and beta-carotene, all of which are linked to better brain health. A 2018 study in neurology found that older adults who ate at least one serving of leafy greens a day had brains that functioned like they were 11 years younger. 11 years, that's like getting a mental time machine. Why are greens so awesome? They're packed with antioxidants that fight something called oxidative stress, which is like rust damaging your brain cells over time. They also help cool down inflammation, a big player in Alzheimer's. Plus, folate helps lower levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that can harm your brain if it builds up too much. So how do you get more leafy greens into your life? You don't have to force down a boring salad every day. Try blending spinach into a smoothie with some fruit to hide the taste. It's like a sneaky health boost. Saute kale with a little garlic and olive oil for a delicious side dish that feels indulgent. Or toss a handful of greens into soups or stews. They shrink down and add flavor without taking over the dish. Aim for at least 1 cup a day, and your brain will thank you. Berries, sweet treats for your brain. Next up, let's talk about berries because who doesn't love a handful of juicy goodness? Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, they're nature's candy, and they're incredible for your brain. Berries are bursting with flavonoids, plant compounds that give them their vibrant colors. These flavonoids have been shown to boost memory and slow down cognitive decline. A 2012 study in Annals of Neurology found that women who ate berries at least twice a week had a slower rate of memory decline as they age. Blueberries in particular are often called brain berries because they're so powerful. They're packed with antioxidants that shield your brain from damage and improve communication between brain cells. Plus, they're low in sugar, so they won't mess with your blood sugar levels, which is key since diabetes can increase your risk of Alzheimer's. Getting more berries into your diet is a no-brainer. Fresh or frozen, they're super versatile. Sprinkle them on your morning oatmeal or yogurt for a burst of flavor. Blend them into a smoothie for a quick breakfast on the go. Or just keep a bowl in the fridge for an easy snack when you're craving something sweet. Aim for a half cup a few times a week. If fresh berries are out of your budget, frozen ones are just as nutritious and often cheaper, so stock up. Fatty fish, omega-3s to the rescue. Now let's move on to fatty fish. And if you love salmon, tuna, or sardines, you're in for a treat. Fatty fish are one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are like magic for your brain. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, improve blood flow to the brain, and help build healthy cell membranes. A 2017 study in Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that people who ate fish regularly had more gray matter in their brains, the part that handles memory and thinking. Omega-3s also help lower levels of beta amyloid, those pesky plaques we talked about earlier. And here's a bonus. Fish is great for your heart, and a healthy heart means better blood flow to your brain. Poor circulation from heart issues can starve your brain of oxygen, so keeping your ticker in check is a big deal. So, how do you eat more fish? Aim for 2 servings of fatty fish a week. Grill some salmon with a squeeze of lemon and some herbs for a dinner that feels fancy but is super easy. Mix up a tuna salad for a quick lunch. Or try canned sardines on whole grain crackers for a nutritious snack. If fish isn't your thing, talk to your doctor about a high-quality fish oil supplement. But whole foods are always the gold standard. Nuts, a crunchy brain boost. Let's talk about nuts next, because they're like tiny powerhouses for your brain. Walnuts, almonds, pecans, and hazelnuts are all awesome. But walnuts are the real MVPs because they're high in DHA, a type of omega-3. A 2015 study in Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that eating walnuts improved memory and cognitive performance in older adults. Nuts are also packed with vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects brain cells from damage. Plus, they've got healthy fats that keep your blood vessels clear, ensuring your brain gets plenty of oxygen. And let's not forget, they're super satisfying, so they can help you steer clear of junk food that's bad for your brain. Adding nuts to your diet is easy. Grab a small handful, about an ounce, as a snack to keep you going between meals. Sprinkle almonds on your salad or yogurt for a bit of crunch. Or spread some almond butter on whole grain toast for a quick breakfast. Just watch portion sizes since nuts are calorie dense. A little goes a long way, and your brain will love you for it. Olive oil, liquid gold for your brain. Another brain-boosting star is extra virgin olive oil, and if you're not already using it, it's time to make it your go-to. Olive oil is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, and it's loaded with monounsaturated fats that reduce inflammation and improve blood flow. A 2017 study in Annals of Clinical and Translational Neurology found that olive oil improved memory and reduced amyloid plaques in mice. While we're not mice, the science is promising for humans too. Olive oil is also rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that protect brain cells from damage. Plus, it's a heart-healthy fat that can lower your risk of stroke, which is another risk factor for cognitive decline. So how do you get more olive oil into your life? Swap out butter or vegetable oil for olive oil when cooking. It's great for sautéing or roasting. Drizzle it over salads or roasted veggies for a flavor boost, or dip some whole grain bread in a mix of olive oil and herbs for a tasty treat. Aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, but don't go overboard since it's calorie-rich. Whole grains, steady fuel for your brain. Last but not least, let's talk about whole grains, because your brain needs a constant supply of energy to stay sharp. Foods like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat bread deliver just that. Unlike refined carbs, think white bread or sugary cereals, whole grains release energy slowly, keeping your blood sugar stable. High blood sugar can damage blood vessels and increase Alzheimer's risk, so this is a big deal. Whole grains are also high in B vitamins, which help produce energy and keep your brain cells healthy. A 2013 study in Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that higher intake of B vitamins was linked to slower cognitive decline. Getting more whole grains is simple. Swap white rice for brown rice or quinoa at dinner. Start your day with oatmeal topped with berries and nuts for a brain-boosting breakfast. Or choose whole grain bread for your sandwiches. Aim for 3 servings a day and your brain will thank you for the steady fuel. Foods to avoid. What's hurting your brain? Now that we've covered the brain-boosting foods, let's talk about what to cut back on. Because just as some foods protect your brain, others can do some serious damage. Sugary foods and drinks, like sodas, candies, and desserts, are a big no-no. Too much sugar can lead to insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which increase Alzheimer's risk. Processed carbs like white bread, pastries, and chips spike your blood sugar and promote inflammation, so stick to whole grains instead. Trans fats found in fried foods, margarine, and packaged snacks are terrible for your brain and heart. Check labels and avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils. While lean red meat is fine occasionally, eating it daily can increase inflammation, so swap it for fish, chicken, or beans most of the time. And when it comes to alcohol, a glass of red wine now and then might be okay thanks to its antioxidants, but heavy drinking damages brain cells, so keep it to 1 drink a day or less. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's about making better choices most of the time. Your brain will thank you for it. Making it work. Tips for older adults. Let's get real for a minute. Changing your diet can feel like a big deal, especially if you're on a fixed income, have mobility challenges, or just aren't a fan of spending hours in the kitchen. But here's the thing. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, doable changes can make a huge difference. Start by picking one or two foods from this list to add to your week. Maybe a handful of blueberries or a spinach salad. Buy frozen or canned versions of brain-healthy foods like berries, fish, and beans. They're often cheaper and last longer. Just check for low sodium or no added sugar options. Eating with friends or family makes healthy food more fun, so consider hosting a potluck where everyone brings a brain-boosting dish. Use a slow cooker for easy soups or stews packed with greens and beans, or stock up on pre-washed greens and pre-cut veggies for quick meals. And if you're on medications or have health conditions, talk to your doctor before making big diet changes. They can help you tailor this to your needs. Here's something to keep in mind. Eating well isn't just about preventing Alzheimer's. It's about feeling good right now. You'll have more energy, sleep better, and maybe even notice your mood lifting. Who doesn't want that kind of boost? Let's take a moment to talk about the heart of this. For a lot of us, the fear of Alzheimer's isn't just about forgetting things. It's about losing who we are. It's about not recognizing your kids or grandkids, or not being able to do the things that light you up, like gardening, playing cards, or sharing stories from the good old days. That's heavy, and it's okay to feel a little scared or overwhelmed. But here's what I want you to hold on to. You are not powerless. Every bite you take is a chance to nourish your brain and protect those precious memories. You're not just eating spinach or salmon, you're investing in your future, your independence, and your ability to keep being you. That's powerful stuff. Share this journey with your family, friends, or neighbors. Swap recipes, talk about the foods you're trying, and cheer each other on. You're not just building a healthier brain, you're building a legacy of vitality. Ready to make this happen? Here's a simple, no-stress plan to get started. This week, add one brain-healthy food to your diet, maybe a handful of blueberries or a serving of spinach. This month, try one new recipe that includes a brain-boosting ingredient like grilled salmon or a berry smoothie. Over time, aim to follow the Mind Diet principles most of the time. Load up on greens, berries, fish, nuts, and olive oil, and cut back on sugar, processed carbs, and fried foods. Don't forget that diet is just one piece of the puzzle. Exercise, sleep, and staying connected with others also protect your brain. So take a walk, call a friend, or try a new hobby. And as you eat better, notice how you feel. More energy, sharper focus, and celebrate those wins no matter how small. Wow, we covered a ton today, didn't we? I hope you're feeling fired up and ready to take charge of your brain health. If this video gave you some new ideas or inspiration, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And don't keep this goodness to yourself. Share this video with your friends, family, or anyone who wants to stay sharp as they age. Let's build a community of people who are eating well and living their best lives. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one brain-healthy food you're excited to try? Or maybe you've got a killer recipe for salmon or a berry smoothie. Drop it below so we can all get inspired. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We've got tons more tips coming your way to help you feel amazing at any age. Thanks for watching, you incredible people. Keep nourishing your brain, keep shining, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay sharp.